Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop. 3 ball. Get it.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke got some room at the 30. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Lock's going to sneak it, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Freeman. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate Dalvin alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there. And then they can do some work afterwards.
Exit.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Safe. Rush in.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's been a long day for you.
Now Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 11 yards there, first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Man, hey, orbit. Right there. Get it.
Looking to throw. McKinney. Flushed out right. A dump off to Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing on first down. McKinney going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Rock it.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Set. 90 Wolf. Check, 47. Me and you all day.
Topper!
I'm coming after you. Check 24, check 24.
Fight!
Off the play fake. McKinney rolling to his right. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
61, Matchbox hit.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch out. Switch.
You draw quarter. Step.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
59. Big stop, team. Big stop. Let's go.
Protein spill. Ready?
Lock gonna throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, McKinney. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
To throw on third down. McKinney. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a fourth down. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He's crossing. He's checking crack. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
On first down, McKinney looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. N'Keal Harry, 91 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. A try here for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Look at me. Door.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Nifty move. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Ready.
On third down, Locke. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jets will take over first and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Come on, fellas.
First 1-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Set, go.
On first and 10, McKinney. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Hey, we got 4 down.
6-6, pull it high.
Get some penetration.
Hey, box drop. Undercrush. 5.
Operating from the gun, McKinney. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt. But with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Running with Elliott. Fights through, and now a crease. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have taken the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They keep on the ground with Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now he'll escape to his left. Fights off the defender. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Break. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. You got no West. You got time. Hey, high 7. Go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's able to find Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On the set.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Greystone, travel.
This is Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back, and this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Hey, wahoo! Hey!
Get that ball. 58's the mark.
Clock now on first down. Gets it off to Freeman. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lott. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. This is Scarborough. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Tyler, 64.
They try again with Scarborough. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Come on, set.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
50, mark 50, mark 50. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
I'm coming, I'm coming. Mike
Bravo. Let's shoot.
Block off a play action. He's got his tight end Fant. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Locke now on 1st down. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw it is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a first down on a gain of 10. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Locke taking the snap at 1. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jake Bunt, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Locke again. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let him know. Let him know.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Let's go.
That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And the Jets, first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. We got this. Fair.
They'll run with Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
15 line.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Let's go.
Again, it's Elliott. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play.
On the double.
Check back 47. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
Exit.
Back to throw. McKinney. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On first down, Locke. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. On first down, Freeman. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Throwing on first down, Locke. This is intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw on second down, McKinney. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, McKinney. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Ready, set.
58, Mike. Switch up.
Greystone, travel.
Watch twins.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. On first down, Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McKinney. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Ready.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check back 47. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
61, matchbox light.
47's the mic. 47's the shoot.
Operating from the gun, McKinney. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every...
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Blue draw quarters.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 runs, 2 1-yard losses. This is 3rd and goal from the 3.
Let's bring it. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Locked now on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have. And he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Freeman. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
Bobby McCain on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 26-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jets, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara.